Local politics, local politics, local politics. All of 2023, I will be stressing the importance of local politics. Now, in today's local political news, we will be heading back to New York City because the same New York City Council that passed a bill into law that would allow non-citizen voting in local elections, which thankfully was struck down by New York State Supreme Court, has now taken it upon themselves to use $1.2 million in leftover youth agency cash to launch a migrant aid fund without involving Mayor Adams. City Council leaders announced Wednesday they will use $1.2 million in leftover youth development funding to launch a migrant aid initiative without involvement from Mayor Adams' team. The cash was earmarked in the fiscal year city budget for the Youth and Community Development Department, which invests in nonprofit organizations and programs that provide work and educational opportunities for low-income New Yorkers. Now let's slow it down a bit. New York's City Council has essentially taken $1.2 million in leftover youth development funding that is supposed to be going to the children of American citizens, but they've decided to take that money behind Mayor Eric Adams' back and give it to illegal immigrants. Okay, let's carry on. With just 4 months left in the fiscal year, the $1.2 million remain unspent, City Council Speaker Adrian Adams said at a Wednesday news conference. The council will divert the dough to launch Welcome NYC, a program designed to funnel money into nonprofits providing a range of services for recently arrived asylum seekers, she said. Translation: illegal immigrants. The council saw an opportunity to shift this funding to support organizations that are on the ground, that have been on the ground for months and months and months, said the speaker, who was joined by several council members and nonprofit representatives. The council's contribution will be paired with a $1 million investment from philanthropic organizations, including the Robin Hood Foundation and the New York Community Trust, for a total price tag of $2.2 million, according to the speaker's office. Adams, who's not related to the mayor, stressed that while the money is being reallocated to help migrants specifically, I'm going to read that again. Adams, who is not related to the mayor, stressed that while the money is being reallocated to help migrants specifically, okay, do you see how Democrats can find a way to do things specifically for immigrants? They can find a way to do things specifically for the LGBT. They can find a way to do things specifically for the AAPI community. But when it comes to doing anything specifically for Black Americans, now all of a sudden it's unconstitutional. Adams, who's not related to the mayor, stressed that while the money is being reallocated to help migrants specifically, it will be spent on efforts in line with its original purpose that covers workforce development, literacy services, mentoring programs, youth leadership, food services, social and educational programs, she said. The news conference was not attended by anyone from Mayor Adams' administration, which has shelled out hundreds of millions of dollars so far on housing and providing services for the more than 47,000 migrants, most of them Latin Americans, who have arrived in the city since last spring. The Welcome NYC launch also comes amid friction between the mayor, a Democrat, and the council over how the city's migrant crisis should be handled. Some of the council's progressive members, including Immigration Committee Chairwoman Shahana Hanif, have accused the administration of treating migrants in an inhumane way by housing them in tent-style facilities instead of hotels and not providing enough anonymities like cell phones and Metro cards. Pushing back against those city council members, the mayor told the Daily News editorial board in December that they should use their own discretionary funds, money they're allotted each year for community initiatives in their district, to bankroll such services for migrants. Give us half of your member items, the mayor said at the time. Oh, well, it appears that I stand corrected. Looks like City Council didn't take anything behind the back of Mayor Eric Adams after all, because based off what I just read, it appears that essentially Mayor Eric Adams told them, quit bugging me and use your own discretionary funds that were supposed to go to youth programs for American citizens. Eric Adams told them to do it. Asked if she consulted with the administration before Wednesday's budgetary shuffle, Speaker Adams would only say, "We definitely are plugged into the administration as we are with all budget items." But she added, "This is an announcement by the New York City Council. This is our initiative. Spokesman for the mayor did not immediately return a request for comment. The funding switch didn't need to involve the mayor's side because the money in question came from the council's own allocations in the 2023 fiscal year budget, Council Finance Committee Chairman Justin Brandon said after the news conference. It's got nothing to do with them, he told the news. We don't need their permission to do it. Now, to everyone who thinks local politics is a game, New York City has been a great case study of how serious local politics actually is. The council plans to pass a resolution Thursday that officially reallocates the $1.2 million for migrant-related services. An unofficial breakdown provided by the Speaker's office shows that the largest chunk of council funding, $420,000, will be earmarked for nonprofits providing literacy services for migrants. Murad Owadu, executive director of the New York Immigration Coalition, which includes groups that will benefit from Welcome NYC, said the initiative poses an amazing opportunity for a lot of organizations that have been doing the work day in and day out. It's been 8 months at this point where this work has been done and continues, and for the most part has been sustained by community-based organizations with virtually very little support, Owadu said. Well, you heard the city councilman. They're doing this, and they don't need permission to do it. We're going to take this $1.2 million away from you, and we're going to funnel it over to migrant services. And if you have a problem with it, well, I guess it sucks to be you. And with all that being said, that does it for today's video. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. All social media links will be pinned in the comment section below. I also have a Telegram group now, so if you have Telegram, make sure to hit the link in the description box below as well as pinned in the comment section to join my Telegram group. And also, please make sure you text tdhiphop to number 33222. That's tdhiphop to number 33222. That way you'll get a text notification whenever I release a new video, but it also serves as an insurance plan for myself, so in case YouTube ever gives me the axe, I'll be able to send you a direct link to where you can find me next. And last but certainly not least, for those of you who have a love and appreciation for the work that I put in on this channel, the number one way you can show your support is through Patreon. For only $3 a month, that will help put me in position to take TD Hip Hop Media off of YouTube. Remember, the goal is not to grow big on YouTube, but to grow independent of YouTube. And for those of you who have issues with joining Patreon, you can also hit the join button that's next to the subscribe button, and that way you can become an official channel member for as little as $3 a month as well. And lastly, if you haven't already, please make sure you join the emailing list. There is no way that I can go independent of YouTube if I cannot take the audience with me. And the link to that will be pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you for your time, and until the next video, peace.